Chant. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness unto light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. So for this retreat, for the next 3 days, we are going to do just 10 verses from this text. This is one translation of Vivekacudamani done by Swami Madhavanandaji, who was the president of our order and a very great monk, a disciple of the Holy Mother of Ma Sharda actually. And he was very scholarly also. He had translated a number of difficult texts, and this is one of his translations. Many of you have this text, maybe few of you have some other translation. It doesn't matter. It's the same. The original text is the same, Vivekacudamani. And what's the book about? It's about you are that, Tattvamasi. It's an expansion of you are that, explaining what you are that, what it's about. It's a pointing out to our real nature. It's inviting us to make the shift from this to this. And having heard all the teachings, then the reasoning part of it, not much of it is given here. There are actually a whole class of texts which deal with the reasoning. If you like logic and debate and various philosophies, if you are interested in all the intricacies and subtleties and hair-splitting arguments, there are these texts, the texts like Khandana Khandakadya, Chitsukhi, Advaita Siddhi, a number of such texts are there. These are usually big books and extremely tough. You need to I haven't completed any of those texts. I've just read little bits and pieces here and there. So, that's an entirely different story altogether. But assuming that we have got clarity, we know what Vedanta is, also we have clarity, supposing. And if we don't worry. It's not a deal breaker. Assuming we have clarity, now the next thing is to settle down on that clarity and stay with it, so that it makes a genuine shift from here to here, an experiential shift from here to here. Now it feels real that I am awareness. And yes, all of this is appearing in awareness, but I am awareness. I am the screen on which this movie is playing, or what we just heard, the chanting from Dakshinamurti Stotra. I am the mirror in which the universe is appearing. Not as a slogan, not as a rhetoric, but as a fact. Now, to make that shift so that we can get the benefits of Vedanta. What is the benefit? Transcendence of suffering, even when the suffering is there. So Vedanta is not at all escapism. It doesn't deny anything in life, all of it, all the good, bad, ugly, all of it. And yet, how can I be fine in the midst of all of that? Transcendence of suffering and deep, lasting fulfillment. Do I honestly feel that? Do I honestly get that? To get those benefits, we have Vedantic meditation. Remember, each of these have different purposes. One is, what is Vedanta? The teaching, the pointing out to my real nature. Second is the clarity, all the doubts and questions which I have, those are resolved. And third is this benefit, getting the benefit of overcoming the contrary tendencies, the tendency to keep behaving like the person I am, this body-mind personality, to overcome that. Then how do I behave? You still behave, but your behavior will be distinct in many ways. It will basically be the behavior of a saint, of what is called a Jivan Mukta, free while living in this body-mind, free while living, an enlightened being. That will be the subject, the living it, the manifestation of it, the implications of it for our daily life. That will be the subject of the last session, at the very end of all of this. But from now on till that point, it is all Vedantic meditation. For that we have selected just 10 verses. And I'd invite all of us to open to verse number 254, and that is page 111 in this edition. Verse number 254. Now we're going to play a beautiful chanting of these 10 verses. Shankaracharya, in various books, has described Vedantic meditation, non-dual meditation. In this, there are many, 10 verses, basically, these 10. Why these 10 specifically? Because they all end with Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavaya Atmani. Bhavaya here means to meditate. Atmani means within yourself, not in pure consciousness. All meditation is done in the mind. So here Atmani, literally meaning in the self, does not mean in the consciousness self or in the self as Brahman. It means the self as the mind. In your mind. That's where you meditate. Where do you meditate? In the mind. In the mind, meditate that you are Brahman. Tattvamasi. Meditate that I am that. The teaching is you are that. Don't meditate you are that. You meditate I am that. But what is that? That's described in the first 3 lines. So all the 10 verses, the first 3 lines will be described what you are and what you are not, and that's what you're supposed to meditate upon in the mind. What is this meditation? This meditation will be like yogic meditation, which means you have to sit still. You have to sit quietly. Here maybe not in a yoga posture, it's difficult in a chair, but as still as possible with the spine erect and eyes open if you want, if you're listening, if you want to watch something, otherwise you close your eyes. All of the yoga teachings apply here. So right now don't do that. Right now just listen to the 10 verses which will be chanted. We will listen to it twice. This chanting is a beautiful chanting from one Swami Brahmanand, whom I have never met. His chanting is wonderful. He's in the Chinmaya mission. Have you heard of the Chinmaya mission? Swami Chinmayananda established it. So I hear this Swami is in one of the Chinmaya missions in India, I think Bangalore somewhere. And his chanting is so wonderful. So we're going to play that once. You listen to it once. We will play it a second time. Those who want, who can follow along with it. Please play. Yeah, you can record it. So our IT person will play these 10 verses for us.
ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि यत्परं सकलभागगोचरम् गोचरं विमलबोधचक्षुषः शुद्धचित्खनमनादिवस्तु यद् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि षड्भिरोर्मिभिरयोगियोगिहृद् भावितं न करणैर्विभावितम् बुद्ध्यवेद्यमनवद्यमस्ति यद् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि भ्रान्तिकल्पितजगत्कदाश्रयम् स्वाश्रयं च सदसद्विलक्षणम् निष्कलं निरुपमानवद्धियद् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि जन्मवृद्धिपरिणत्यपक्षया व्याधिनाशनविहीनमव्ययम् विश्वसृष्ट्यवविघातकारणम् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि अस्तभेदमनपास्तलक्षणम् निस्तरङ्गजलराशिनिश्चलम् नित्यमुक्तमविभक्तमूर्तियत् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि एकमेव सदनेककारणम् कारणान्तरनिरास्य कारणम् कार्यकारणविलक्षणं स्वयम् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि निर्विकल्पकमनल्पमक्षरम् यक्षराक्षरविलक्षणं परम् नित्यमव्ययसुखं निरञ्जनम् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि यद्विभाति सदनेकधा भ्रमात् नामरूपगुणविक्रियात्मना हेमवत् स्वयमविक्रियं सदा ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि यच्चकास्य न परं परात् परम् प्रत्यगेकरसमात्मलक्षणम् सत्यचित्सुखमनन्तमव्ययम् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि.
And those who like can follow along. Let's repeat the whole thing. And don't worry about the Sanskrit. If you don't know Sanskrit, don't worry. Everything will be translated. You won't miss anything. But it's nice to hear the Sanskrit and chant along if you can read it. Jati-nidhi-kula-gotra-duragam Nama-rupa-guna-dosha-varjitam Esha-kala-vishayati-vartiyad Brahma-tattva-masi bhavayatmani Yat-param sakala-vaga-gocharam Gocharam vimala-bodha-chakshushah Shuddha-chit-ghana-manadi-vastu yad Brahma-tattva-masi bhavayatmani Shadbhirurmibhirayogi-yogi-rid Bhavitam na-karanair-vibhavitam Buddhya-vidyam-anavadyam-asti yad Brahma-tattva-masi bhavayatmani Kalpita-jagat-kalashrayam Sashrayam jasada-sad-vilakshanam Nishkalam nirupamani vadhiyad Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani.
Janma vriddhi parinatya pakshaya
Vyadhinashana vihinamavyayam. Vishvasrishtya vivighata Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Astabhedamanapastalakshanam Nistaranga jalarashi sanchalam Nityamuktam avibhaktamurtiyad Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Ekameva sadaneka karanam Karanantara nirasya karanam Karya karana vilakshanam swayam Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Nirvikalpamanalpamaksharam Yatsarakshara vilakshanam param Nityamavyaya sukham niranjanam Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Yadvibhati sadanekada brahma Nama rupa guna vikriyatmana Hemavat swayam avikriyam sada Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Yachakastana paramparat param Pratyageka rasamatma lakshanam Satyachit sukhamanantamavyayam Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Okay, that was beautiful. Now, before we get into it, the key to all of this, which will enable us to do all this Vedantic meditation, see, which we are jump starting. We're starting at verse number 254. So to center us into what is being said here, to give us the key to all of that, the first 253 verses, in the next half an hour or so, I'm not going to give a lecture. I'm going to point it out. So this is going to be what I call this experiential knowledge. It is knowledge, it's also experience. It will be pointed out. So it will be a meditation exercise, and it will have three parts. First part has nothing to do with Vedanta or non-duality. It's just a relaxation so that we can still ourselves. And the second part will be the Vedanta proper, which will introduce us to ourselves. It will do this. It will do this. This one. Shifting from the body-mind to ourselves as witness consciousness. This will be done in the second stage, in the meditation. And the third one will be taking it out into life, erasing the margin, the border between meditation and life. That's the sign of a successful spiritual practice. What we get in meditation, it should be available to us. Vedanta says it will be available to us outside meditation also. As Sri Ramakrishna says, with eyes closed, God is there, and eyes open, God is not there. What kind of a God would that be? With eyes closed and eyes open. So with eyes closed, second stage. With eyes open, third stage. So these three stages we will go through. After that, these 10 verses will become pretty easy. It will be easy to see what they are talking about. and easy to practice those things. All right. First, I will ask all of us to be still, not rigid. This is the first stage, the relaxation part of it. If that sounds nice, it is nice, you'll see. When to be still but not rigid, if you feel like an itch or a cough coming on, go ahead. But come back to stillness as soon as possible. Physically still and mentally, the chatter also, stop. Tell the mind, stop. Remember to have silenced your phones. All right. This is the first stage. Sitting still, relaxed. First, we will do a body scan relaxation. I will name the part of the body and just visualize it and feel that it is relaxed. Just feel or imagine it is relaxed. So, for example, when I say left foot, big toe, try to feel that it is relaxed. One way to feel it is relaxed is it is getting heavy and being pulled down by the force of gravity. It's relaxed. Like you would relax on your favorite bed and be absolutely, give out a sigh of, relaxed. Left foot, big toe, relax. First toe, second, third, little toe, relax. Bottom of the left foot relaxed, top relaxed, ankle, left ankle, relax. Left foot from the ankle to the knee, relax. Left knee, relax. Left leg from the knee to the waist, relax. Right foot, big toe relaxed. First, second, third, little toe relaxed. Bottom of the right foot relaxed. Top of the right foot relaxed. Right ankle relaxed. Right leg from the ankle to the right knee relaxed. Right knee relaxed. Right leg from the knee to the waist relaxed. Whole left leg relax. Whole right leg relaxed. Breathing normally. Waist relaxed. Tummy relaxed. Chest relaxed. Lower back relaxed. Upper back relaxed. Left shoulder relaxed. Right shoulder relaxed. Left hand, thumb relaxed. First finger, second, third, little finger relaxed. Left palm relaxed. Left wrist relaxed. Left arm from the wrist to the elbow relaxed. Left elbow relaxed. Upper arm relaxed. Right hand, thumb relaxed. First finger, second, third. Little finger relaxed, palm relaxed, right wrist relaxed. From the wrist to the elbow, relax. Right elbow relaxed. From the elbow to the right shoulder, upper arm relaxed. Whole left hand, left arm relax. Whole right arm relax. Breathing normally. Back of the neck relax. Front of the neck relax. Back of the head, top of the head relax. Forehead, relax, relax the forehead. Right eyebrow, relax. Left eyebrow, relaxed. Right eyelid, relax. Left eyelid, relax. Right eyeball, relax. Left eyeball, relax. Left cheek, relaxed. Right cheek, relaxed. Left ear, relaxed. Right ear, relaxed. Nose, relaxed. Upper lip, relax. Lower lip, relax. Lower jaw, relax. Upper jaw, relaxed. Tongue in the mouth, relax. Whole face, relaxed. Whole lower body relaxed, whole upper body relaxed, breathing normally, awake, listening, whole body relaxed, whole body relaxed. Gently bring the attention to the nose and feel the gentle inflow of breath and the outgoing of the breath. Bring the attention to the breathing at the nose, at the nostrils. Let the in-breath come, don't control anything. Let the out-breath go out. Mentally with the in-breath, count 1, and when the out-breath starts, count 2, in-breath 3, and out-breath 4. Like this, count till 10. In-breath 1, out-breath 2, 3, 4, like this, up to 10. Breathing normally, awake, listening. Relaxed, whole body relaxed. Now listen to the sounds, voice of the speaker, sounds in the room, sounds outside the room, the sound of the water. Listen. Relaxed, breathing normally, listening. Notice the awareness to which the sound of the water appears. Notice it now. Listening to water, I am aware of the sound of the water. Aware of the sound in the rooms, in the room, aware of the sound of the voice of the speaker. Same awareness, whether it is the sound of the waterfall outside, fountain outside, or it is the sound of someone coughing, or it is the sound of the voice of the speaker. The same consciousness which is aware of. Different sounds come and go. The same consciousness, the same awareness registers them, experiences them. And it is this same consciousness, this same awareness. If my eyes are open, it will see so many colors and shapes and objects by the same consciousness which is hearing all these voices, all these sounds. And notice it is the same consciousness which gives me the experience of hot and cold, hard and soft, the experience of taste when I eat, the experience of smell. In fact, whatever are my sensory experiences, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, it is the same awareness which is experiencing all of them. The objects are different. Form and taste and smell and sound and so on, touch. The experiences are different, but the awareness experiencing them is the same. Notice this. And it is the same awareness which is there when I turn my attention inwards into the mind. When thoughts arise, ideas come and go, memories arise and fleetingly go away, sensations, judgments, desires, they're all lit up by the same awareness. Physical pain, emotional pain, same awareness experiences them. Memory, loss of memory, in fact, the presence of experiences and the absence of experiences, same awareness lights them up, reveals them to me. And this awareness is there in my activities also. When with eyes open I go about the world in work, in play, in eating, in relaxing, in sleeping, in every activity also, it's the same awareness which gives me the experience of all those activities. In fact, all my waking is revealed by the same awareness, all my sleep, and including dreams and deep sleep also. Just the utter blankness of deep sleep is, I recall it because I am aware, because of this consciousness. So consciousness alone, this awareness alone, it gives me all my sensory, it is the same in all my sensory experiences. It's the same in all my physical activity. It is the same in all my inner world of thoughts and emotions and memories. This one awareness which lights up my life, this is what gives me the feeling of life itself. This awareness, this consciousness, this is called in Vedanta Sakshi. This is Sakshi, awareness, the witness consciousness. which illumines all my experiences, here and now, forever. Worldly experiences, good experiences, bad experiences, peaceful, disturbed, anxious, fearful, whatever my experiences are, I experienced it because I am aware, I am conscious. That's why I experienced it. It is consciousness which reveals all those experiences, which gives me those, enables those experiences. This consciousness is called Sakshi, witness consciousness. Relaxed, breathing normally, relaxed, deep relaxation. Listening. This Sakshi, now let us explore it. Let us appreciate it. This witness consciousness. Notice something about it, that there is no gap in witness consciousness, a very unique thing about it. Objects in our life come and go, people come and go, places we go and we visit different places, places come and go in our lives. Food and music and taste, all sorts of experiences come and go. What's constant is awareness. In fact, Vedanta will say awareness is not even interrupted in deep sleep or in anesthesia. It just is. Deep sleep is the absence, is an experience of absence. It's not the absence of experience. It's consciousness of absence, not absence of consciousness. So this unbroken awareness, unbroken consciousness, this is the nature of the witness consciousness. This unbroken, in Sanskrit it is called nirantar, antara gap, nirantara gapless, unbroken. This awareness is unbroken. It's there all the time. Relaxed, breathing normally. Something can be unbroken all the time, but it can be changing, like the water in a river or the water in the fountain outside. It is unbroken. There's a continuous flow of water, but it's continuously flowing. It is changing. But notice that this awareness, there is no evidence of change in awareness. The objects of awareness keep changing, the experiences keep changing. This awareness is not only unbroken, but it's also changeless. It's ever the same, never different, by itself. The objects of awareness are different, the experiences are different, but awareness by itself, in fact, it cannot change. One might think, why can it not change? Well, the Vedanta would ask, if awareness changes, would this be a known change or an unknown change? If it is a known change, then it is something known by awareness. It would be an object to awareness. It's not a change in awareness. It's something that awareness knows. It's an object. And if you say, let there be a change in awareness which is unknown, well, if it's unknown and unknowable, why speak of it at all? So awareness does not change. It's not only unbroken, but does not change. In Sanskrit, this is called nirvikara, changeless, unmodified. Relaxed, breathing normally. Listen. Sounds in this room, sounds outside, the voice of the speaker, listen. And they are all, what you listen is appearing in awareness, is being experienced by awareness. Further, let us explore this further. Notice, not only is this awareness unbroken, not only is this awareness unchanging, but it's ever the same. It is not affected by what it experiences. Just like light, if it shines on the water, the light doesn't become wet. If it shines on dust, the light doesn't become dusty. Similarly, awareness is this great light in our lives. Whatever it reveals, it's not affected by what it reveals. The body is affected, certainly. Body can get hurt. Our senses, even our mind is affected immediately. Mind can be enriched or it can be degraded by our experiences. But awareness reveals the enriched mind. Awareness reveals the degraded mind. Awareness by itself is neither enriched by experiences nor degraded by the experiences. It's neither made pure by the experiences nor made impure by the experiences. In Sanskrit, this is called samaha, the same. Samaha, same. Awareness is ever the same, no matter what happens to us in life. By which I mean awareness in itself, not affected by the objects it illumines, not enriched by life, nor impoverished by life. In Sanskrit, this is called samaha. And what follows is that this sakshi, this awareness, because it is unbroken, because it is unchanging, because it is ever the same, it is also not traumatized, not damaged by life. This is called in Sanskrit abhyayaha, undecaying. See, the mind can be traumatized by terrible experiences. The body slowly wears away. Sometimes by accidents or serious diseases, it can be broken, damaged seriously. Awareness just reveals the damage. Awareness itself is not damaged. Awareness reveals the trauma. I know that there is a trauma because I'm aware. But awareness itself doesn't have the trauma. The trauma which is physical or mental, emotional, awareness reveals it. Awareness itself is untraumatized. In Sanskrit, abhyayaha, the undecaying. Relaxed. Breathing deep, normally. Awake, listening. Now notice another amazing feature of this witness consciousness, this awareness. That it is the light of lights. In Vedanta, anything that reveals something else which is hidden would be called a light. So the room is in darkness, then the sun rises, the world is revealed, the room is revealed, or an electric light is switched on, the room is revealed. That's why it's called a light. It reveals that which was in darkness. But then the eyes reveal the light itself. If my eyes are closed, no matter whatever light you switch on, it will not reveal anything. So my eyes are the light also. They are the light of the external world, of the physical light. So are the senses. All of my senses are lights because my ears reveal sound, my tongue reveals flavor, my nose reveals smells, skin reveals heat or cold, sharp or soft. So my senses are also lights. But my mind is the light of all these senses. If I do not pay attention, I may open my eyes, but I will not see. If I don't pay attention, my ears are open, but I don't hear what the teacher is saying. So the mind is the light of the senses. Even language is a light, it reveals. All of these are lights. The physical lights, the sun and the moon and the fire and the electric light, and our senses, eyes and ears and touch and smell, and our mind, power of attention, these are all lights. But the light of lights is awareness, consciousness. Because without awareness or consciousness, none of them would be a light. And what is the light of consciousness? What is the light of awareness? It does not need any other light. Awareness shining, everything else shines after it. By its light, everything here is lit up. A beautiful verse of the Upanishads. In Katha Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Shvetashvatar Upanishad. Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam, nema vidyuto bhanti, kutoyam agni, tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. What does that mean? In beautiful poetry, the Upanishad says, the sun does not illumine that, nor the moon, nor the flashes of lightning, nor these stars. What to speak of mere mortal fire? But that shining, all of these shine. By its light, all these are lit up. That shining, awareness shining. Everything is lit up. By the light of awareness, everything else shines. So awareness is the light of lights. This is called in Sanskrit Swaprakasha, self-luminous. It reveals itself and in doing so reveals everything else. Awareness is the light of lights. And so to know awareness, you don't need anything else. It's directly revealed. To see the world, we need eyes. To hear music, we need ears. To see the stars, we need telescope. To see bacteria, we need a microscope. To know about God and heaven, we need the scriptures. But to know about awareness, we don't need anything else. Awareness reveals itself directly, without any intervention. I know that I am. Didn't require anything. So without any intervention, awareness is directly known. That's why this awareness is called aparoksha. Direct, immediate. Awareness is direct, immediate. This witness consciousness is direct, immediate. Relaxed. Breathing normally. This witness consciousness is finally the Atman, the Self. That is what you are. That is what I am. Tattvamasi. You are awareness. I am awareness. It is the Self. Atma. So what is the Self? I thought it was this body. But the body is an object revealed in awareness. And it's not even there all the time. When I fall asleep and I dream, this body is not there in my awareness. I always thought it was the mind, the personality. But even the personality disappears in the darkness of deep sleep. I am now told that this awareness, this witness consciousness is my true nature. That is who I am. This is in Sanskrit, it is called Atma, the Self. What is Atma? What is the Self? Not body, not mind. It is witness consciousness, Sakshi. It is the light which reveals all that I see, hear, smell, taste, touch. It is the light which reveals all my activities, whether it's work or play, eating or relaxing. It is the light which reveals all my internal experiences, pleasure and pain and emotions and expectations and memories and desires. All my intellectual achievements in philosophy and science and spirituality, all of them, they're all revealed by this one witness consciousness which shines, revealing waking, dreaming and sleeping. This is called Sakshi. This is Atma. The Atma is Sakshi. It is unbroken all the time there, never not here. So Nirantara, the Atma is Nirantara. And it is not only unbroken, it is unchanging. There's a difference between unbroken and unchanging. The waterfall out there is unbroken, but it's changing all the time. Consciousness is not only unbroken, but it is unchanging. This awareness, this consciousness, this witness consciousness. This Atma is unbroken, unchanging. In Sanskrit, Nirvikara. And it is ever the same, never affected, enriched or degraded by my experiences. Samaha, Atma is Samaha, ever the same, homogeneous. And therefore it is untraumatized, undecaying, undamaged, undying. Abhyayaha. Body may die, will die one day, not me. This is Atma. And it is the light of lights. I shining, the Atma shining, all of it is revealed. By its light, everything here is lit up. It is the light of lights. Swaprakasha, self-luminous. And it is direct, immediate, effortlessly, all the time available to me, called aparoksha. This is Atma. This is the Self. What is the Self? It is the witness, the light which lights up all my life experiences. Sakshi. The self is unbroken, nirantara. It is unchanging, nirvikara. The self is the, ever the same, samaha. The self is undecaying, undamaged, abhyayaha. The self is the light of lights, swaprakasha, self-luminous. The self is immediately, effortlessly, instantaneously available to me without any mediation, aparoksha. We are called upon to say then, if this is what you see, then say it to yourself, own it up. I am the witness consciousness, I am awareness. I am unbroken, nirantara, always there, never not here. I am unchanging, undecaying, abhyayaha, this unchanging, nirvikara. I am ever the same, samaha. I am ever untraumatized, no matter what happens at body-mind level. Abhyayaha. I am the undying. The body may die. The mind may fall asleep. I am abhyayaha, the undamaged. I am the light of lights. I am that awareness which is the light of light, swaprakasha. And I, all the time, am directly available to myself as the ever-shining consciousness, awareness, aparoksha. This is Atma, this is who I am, Tattvamasi. Relaxed. Breathing normally. Stay with it, stand as awareness. Make the shift from body-mind, let the body-mind become objects, and your objects to awareness, which I am. Already present, all the time present, always perfect. Relaxed, listening, become aware of the feeling of the body. Become aware that we are sitting here. Now we will chant Om 3 times together, and gently then we will open the eyes. But after opening the eyes, I will invite us all to notice, is awareness still there? And is it not the same awareness which we were noticing now? Not only talking about, but noticing it. And will it be there when we walk out of this hall, in the dining hall, when we leave the spirit in the desert retreat? Was it not always there, and will it not always be there? This is what we will be called upon to notice and acknowledge and own up. Now we will chant Om 3 times. Gently open your eyes when you feel ready, but don't look up immediately. Look down at your lap, slowly. When you're comfortable, you can gently look up. Let us ask ourselves, am I aware? Am I conscious? To say yes. Isn't it the same consciousness which we were meditating upon, which is here right now? But it is giving us the extraordinary experience of seeing all this. Look around, like a child filled with wonder. Look around. Amazing. All of it is being revealed by awareness, through the eyes, of course. Isn't it the same awareness right now giving us the experience of hearing, of touch? Abhinavagupta, great Kashmiri Shaivite philosopher, he says, I touch this, again Chin Mudra, I touch my forefinger and thumb slowly, attend to it as the gap ceases and the first touch of the two fingers is felt. Here, this tiny touch. I am overwhelmed by this great thrill. Here is the experience of Shiva. What does he mean? Now we know. This little, tiniest, most innocuous thing is shining in awareness. This great awareness. This is the experience of the universe. Whatever happens in the universe, whatever you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, whatever we think of, whatever we enjoy, whatever we suffer, secular, spiritual, religious, the greatest of experiences, the most ordinary experience is nothing more than this. Consciousness shining, revealing its objects. This is the experience of Shiva. He says, I thrill to this touch. Isn't it the same awareness? Isn't it unbroken? If you ever can find a case that it is broken, the awareness is broken, how did you know? Because you're aware. You don't even have to say you are aware, because there's awareness. Oh, Swami, all this comes much later. The universe existed for billions of years without any living being. So there can be no question of awareness at that time. An unaware universe existed. And so this entire possibility, the unaware universe existed. Where are we thinking about this possibility? In awareness. It could entirely be true that there were no living beings. Could there still be awareness without living beings? Of course. Because we just have seen that the body and the mind, they're all objects to awareness. Could be that there were no bodies. Could be that all the minds were, in hibernation, in Maya, and a physical universe existed. Yes, certainly, entirely compatible with the scientific view of evolution. And this awareness was there, not manifested as any living being at all. It's not dependent on the body or the brain. You are awareness. You're beings of light. The beautiful saying, we think we are human beings in search of spiritual experience. No. You are spiritual beings having a human experience. You're perfectly all right. You're perfectly fine. You always have been. And it's right here. Not under our noses, behind our noses. What we are. And this awareness, it is unchanging. For the logic, I can give you many arguments for it. One argument I gave you. If there is actually a change in awareness, change in consciousness, we keep talking about transformation of consciousness. Fine, in our day-to-day parlance, Vedanta completely rejects those ideas. In pure consciousness, in pure light, in pure being, there can be no change. If there is a change, would it be a known change or an unknown change? If it's a known change, then it becomes an object. It's not in awareness itself. It's an object to awareness. Some object changes. And this awareness, is it not always the same? The world is not always the same. Night and day follow each other in ceaseless circles. Body is not always the same. It's aging, changing. Mind is certainly not always the same, all the time changing. It's a mad dance. The senses are dancing. That's how puja is done, by the way. In the puja, the priest, the meditator, he meditates on the senses as dancers entertaining consciousness. You are consciousness. God is consciousness, is awareness, the great light. And the senses are entertaining through same consciousness channeled through eyes and ears and smell and tongue and taste. These are all entertainments for consciousness. Abstracted from sensory experiences and mental vrittis, awareness is ever the same. It's the one great light. Mind changes, senses change, world changes, body changes. Fine. And if awareness does not change, it is unbroken, unchanging, and ever the same, then will it be affected by experiences? No. Look back upon our own lives. We have had so many experiences, good and bad, remembered and forgotten. By itself, the awareness which gave us those experiences, awareness has not changed at all. It has not aged. It's not been traumatized. Oh, Swami, but I've become so slow and I've become tired and I'm old. You'll understand when you get to my age, Swami. No. The prana has become weaker. Body has slowed down. I'm not as quick as I used to be. I can't remember. That's the memory. That's the mind. Awareness is perfectly fine. It's revealing all these experiences. No, I'm drowsy. I'm not even as aware. That's the mind. Alertness and drowsiness are of the mind. That's why in Vedanta class, if you fall asleep, no problem. This is the same awareness. Others are listening to the teacher. You are watching the projections of your own mind. You're still the same awareness. Only if you have sound sleep, it disturbs others. Sound, It's not affected. Awareness is not affected. It's ever the same. And it is the light of lights. Awareness shining, everything else in your life is revealed. Whatever is in your life, all sensory experiences, all emotional experiences, all memories, all intellectual understanding, and the lack of all of that, the absence of all of that. Awareness reveals it just. Presence and absence of objects, sensory objects, mental objects, emotional objects, intellectual objects, they're all revealed, and their absence is also revealed by awareness. I went to one of our ashrams recently in India. So they have a school for blind children. So I tried to tell them that, well, maybe the terms have changed. Now it's a more politically correct term to say visually challenged. It was visually impaired, then became visually challenged, and now it's differently enabled. They said the problem is the certificates we give out from the school. It's a legal thing. You can't change the name of the school like that. Anyway, so it's an academy for blind children. And they performed, I was the guest of honor, they performed such a divine orchestral presentation with multiple musical instruments. It's like the music of the gods. And the kids can't see. I have no doubt they somehow hear and sense better than us in many other ways. We're given a preliminary lesson in Braille, reading Braille. We can't do it. And they said, they were laughing, the teachers. They said, you can't do it now, Swami. The children have to be taught when they're 4, 5, 6 years old. It's very delicate. And the kids, they just read it off. Like that. I had the clear feeling that they're not blind. The great light is in them is the same as it is within us. It's just one sense is not working. It's shut down. And that light reveals the shutting down of that sense, but the objects of all other senses are revealed, maybe in sharper detail to them. Nobody is blind, because we are all consciousness. This is called Swaprakasha, light of lights. And this awareness, when is it available? All the time. Before we did this session, was this awareness not there? Of course it was there. In full blaze. And when we opened our eyes, was this awareness, is it not here now? It's here right now. That's why we are able to experience all this. And when we go out there into the dining hall, will it disappear? No, a great lesson is this. Swami, this is an absolutely fantastic thing you showed us. We must literally hold on to this. I must write it down. What did you say? Unbroken and light of light. Forget it. All those are secondary stuff. You have the thing itself. You don't need notes. It's about you. No, but we must hold on to this. No, you don't have to. Suppose you go out there and you completely forget all these and you're busy with the menu. What's there for lunch today? After some time, oh God, what am I thinking about? I must think about awareness, which is unbroken and same and undecaying. No. Even when you are not thinking that and you are enjoying the menu, was awareness not there? Was it not the same awareness which is here right now? Was it not the same awareness which the book talks about in all those fancy Sanskrit terms? It's the same thing. And therefore it is trouble-free, undecaying, abhyaya. It's neither born nor dies. That's the body. It doesn't go through emotional upheavals. That's the mind. It neither remembers nor forgets, but enables all remembering and forgetting. That's the memory. It's neither dumb nor clever. That's the intellect. That's all of it is revealed by consciousness. In the words of the Kena Upanishad, it is the eye of the eye, it is the ear of the ear, it is the mind of the mind, it is the tongue of the tongue, the language of the language, speech of the speech. It is the life of life itself. That you are, Tattvamasi. This is the core idea, the key, the insight, the door has been opened, the pointing has been given. This is all that was said in the 253 verses. Next 10 verses, 254 to 263, all we are called upon to do is Tattvamasi bhavayatmani. In your mind, sit quietly like this, relax, and contemplate this. Enjoy the awareness. This brilliant radiance that is within us. Enjoy it, soak it up. How do you contemplate it? I gave you 7 or 8 pointers, but each verse will give us 3 lines of pointers. And I want us to understand what was said, to listen to what is being said, those first 3 lines in each of these verses. I'll tell you the translations and meanings of them. Second, understand what is said. Shravana, manana, hearing and reflection. And third, most important, take a look within. It's already there, it's you. Take a look and see whether it's true or not. It will just say, for example, Jati Niti Kula Dosha Duragam. This light within you is far beyond caste or gender or, good and bad, dharma and adharma. This light within you, you do it this way. And you say, this awareness which I am, unbroken, luminous, light of lights, directly available to me, ever the same. Now Shankaracharya is telling me, it's beyond caste. Ask yourself, is this light a Brahmin? Or is it an untouchable? Is it white or brown or black or Asian? This light? It's not. That's all it means. Notice it. Good, that's all we will do for the next 3 days. Yeah. He'll give us 3 lines of things to notice and then tell us, sit quietly and notice within yourself. You're enjoying your real nature. This is the very nature of God. I'll just make this statement and stop. Those who say God exists, it's a question of belief. You may believe in it. There are those who don't believe in it, those who believe it differently. Those who say God doesn't exist, that's another kind of belief. Have you really researched it? Why do you say God doesn't exist? It's just because they have taken some arguments from somebody and they believe in those arguments. It's equally a matter of belief. There's nobody who has researched this thoroughly, practiced spiritual disciplines thoroughly, searched for God thoroughly, and has not found God ever. No, never. So if you say God exists, if you say God does not exist, both are matters of belief. But if you say, here is reality, and it's all an appearance in awareness, that's a statement of fact. This is the reality of God itself. This, the God that Vedanta reveals, it's beyond any belief or unbelief. It cannot be disputed. It's staring at us in the face all the time. Isn't it? Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Yeah. Let's walk up.